Dragon Age the Veilguard. This game has a parry, so it makes it into parry review. So initially I was conflicted between choosing the rogue, who is the ranger or the archer, or choosing the warrior, because they both have a parry and a counterattack. I don't know about the mage, but anyway, the archer and the warrior both have a parry and counterattack. The only difference being is that with the warrior, in your skill tree, if you level up the left side of your skill tree, meaning the champion specialization, you get access to the inspiring guard skill, which allows you to parry the red unblockable attacks. Now that's something that only the warrior can do and the archer cannot. However, I don't know if I'm mistiming this incorrectly with the parry, but I noticed that when I parry with the archer, when I parry projectiles with the archer, I can return them to sender. And I think I maybe did that once with the warrior, or maybe I'm imagining it, but the way I see it, right, the warrior can parry, he can parry the red unblockable attacks, and meanwhile the archer can deflect projectiles. If you're a fan of this game, in the comment section, let me know if I'm just imagining things and both the warrior and the archer can reflect projectiles. Just let me know, but what I saw was that only the archer can reflect projectiles, and then only the warrior can parry the red unblockable attacks. So now that I got all those technicalities out of the way, let me tell you that I'm not impressed by the parry in this game. There's another game that has a bunch of yapping just like this one, because this game has a bunch of yapping, but this other game, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, has a way better parry than this one. And they're both like RPGs, right? But the parry in this game, it has a parry. You can level up and you can parry the red unblockable attack. You can reflect projectiles if you're the archer. And here in Dragon Age, you can even parry with your back turned to the enemy. You can parry from any direction. The difference is that even though Final Fantasy, only Cloud has a counterattack after you parry, whereas here, like, both the warrior and the archer have a counterattack after you parry. Here in Dragon Age, the parry and the counter just doesn't feel significant. It just feels like an attack that does slightly more damage. Whereas in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the parry really stops enemies in their tracks. Even if you parry with Tifa or Cloud or Barret, doesn't matter who you parry with, the parry feels cool and significant. Here, the parry is just like mid. It's like a mid-acceptable parry. The entire time I was playing this game, the only thing I could think about was, I can't wait to be done with this review so I can go back to playing No Place for Bravery. It's obviously not the worst parry, but I feel nothing for it. It's just like a mid parry. It does let you parry from all directions. That's the coolest part about this parry. Not the counterattack, not that you can reflect projectiles, is that you can turn your back to the enemy and still parry successfully. There's also a yellow indicator that lets you know when it's time to parry, which kinda... In this case, that is good, because since the parry isn't a big deal, then it's good that they help you. However, if the parry were more rewarding, a better system would be to remove the yellow indicator that lets you know when to parry. But that is not the case, because the parry here is mid. It's just a slightly stronger attack, who cares? We get nothing special. So on the parry metric, we're giving it a 6. Let's give it a 6.5 because there's a counter. You can reflect 6.5 out of 10 on the parry metric. And on the fun and enjoyment scale, because this game has so much yapping, I'm gonna lower it to 5 out of 10 on the fun and enjoyment scale. I know I should give this game a 6 on the fun and enjoyment scale, but I'm so over the yapping. You do a few minutes of fighting, and then you can skip some cutscenes, but then the others, it's dialogue, and you have to skip the dialogue and you have to mash the B button to skip all the dialogue. It's annoying. Don't make me do that. So 5 out of 10 on the fun and enjoyment scale. Thanks for watching, take care, and enjoy.